this is the best weapon you can possibly make on The Forge. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I crafted this weapon and why it took me over 5 days to make. Subscribe for the Bacha look next time you go mining, and let's get forging. And we're in! So recently, I haven't made much progression at all when it comes to my armor or the weapons that I use. I'm still using my lightite gauntlets. In all honesty, these are pretty nice, but since making these, I've actually learned quite a lot about crafting, and it turns out I've been crafting all wrong. There is so much to go over in this video. Let's get into it. So first things first, when it comes to crafting, you should actually always mix ores. Oh, spooky skeleton right here. So in the past, what I used to do is I would just take one of the best ores that I had, let's say lightite, for example, because it gives me a 4.6x multiplier. But I recently learned that you can actually use different ores to get different abilities on weapons. In the description, I'm going to provide a link that you guys can use in order to check out all of the different weapons, the different armors, and different ores to find out what abilities you should be putting on the weapons. So here's the website that I've been using. It describes all of the ores inside of Forgotten Kingdom and other areas, of course. And what I actually found interesting is that the rainbow crystal, I've never had this. This is the one that you get from the Goblin Cave. This doesn't give you a trait, and it's only a 5.25x multiplier. So you don't even want to bother going to the Goblin Cave. You want to just focus on Demonite and Darkite. They give you the biggest multiplier, 6.3x for Darkite, 5.5x for Demonite. And these are the only two mythical ores in the game right now, and as you can see, you get them from the volcanic rock. But this is the important part. These are the traits that a specific ore gives. So for example, the trait of Demonite is 15% on hit chance to deal 20% of weapon damage as burn over 2 seconds. Also provides Demon's Backfire passive when used to craft armor. So today I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using in order to try and craft one of the coolest weapons in the game. Now using this site, I also learned that I might not want to be using gauntlets. If we're going to the forge menu, there is an item. Let me see if I can get to it. This right here. I think it's a rapier, I don't know how you say it. It's a 1 in 4 chance to get this straight sword, or the even better one is this one, a chaos blade. It's a 1 in 16 chance. Now in order to actually be able to get a straight sword, you literally only need to use 6 different ores. So it's very, very easy to craft. I'm going to use this website as reference just to explain to you why I'm trying to go for one of these two straight swords right here instead of gloves. So recently, I've of course been using my iron hand gloves, but they do a base damage of 7.6 with one of the fastest attack speeds of 0.51 seconds and the range of 6. Now you could go for the relevated gloves because they do more damage of 9.6 base, but they are much slower, 0.69 seconds per hit, and the range stays the same. However, if we look at the two best straight swords that you can get, the rapier or the chaos blade, the rapier does 7.5 base damage, so it's just a tiny bit less than the gauntlets that I currently use, but it has got a slightly faster attack speed. It's actually the fastest one in the game of 0.49 seconds, and it's also got a better range, so you can actually stand further back because it's got a range of 8, so you can start your hit earlier. But the one that I'd really want today is going to be the chaos blade. It's got a crazy damage of 9.375. Attack speed is a little bit slower than the gauntlets, is 0.59 seconds, but the range is 8, so this sword seems insane for speed and damage. I'm gonna go on a whim to say this is actually the best weapon in the forge. I've looked at all of the stats of all of the different weapons, and I think if you get the right combination of ores and the right combination of stats on the weapon, it can be the fastest / strongest blade in literally the whole game. Now the only downside of this blade, of course, well, the upside is you only have to use 6 ores, and that gives you an 86% chance of getting a straight sword. However, to get the chaos blade, it's a 1 in 16 chance. It's very, very hard to get this. So this probably gonna take many attempts, and I also need to figure out what ores I want to be using in today's video. If we take a look at my stash, I've already gotten myself some Demonite, I got some Darkite, I've got a bunch of legendaries like Magmite, Ore, Lightite, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go through the site now and quickly take a look at the ores to try and find the best combination possible for either the fastest attack speed or the best damage output. Let's get it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna go for. So I'm gonna use Darkite to get the biggest multiplier. I'm gonna use Demonite for a 5.5x multiplier as well, but also this of course gives me extra weapon damage. On top of that, I'm then gonna put in an equal amount of Ores because this gives us an extra 15% weapon damage. And lastly, I'm gonna throw in a Magmite for that 5x multiplier. So let me explain to you guys how to actually forge something correctly. When you go to forge, you want to make make sure you're using an equal amount of different ores. So the first 3 ores that we're going to use is going to be Darkite, Demonite. You can see the multiplier has gone down a little bit since I put Demonite in. It went from 6.3 down to 5.9. But because I put in 2 of these and 2 of these, I'm going to get both of these buffs that I just read out loud. Next up, I'm going to use Iron to get that 15% damage buff. So it did make the multiplier go down, but the 15% should help. Wait, should it help? Let me do the maths here quickly. Okay, I've done the maths. It should help, yeah, because otherwise I would have to use Magmite anyway and then throw in an Iron. So it goes from a 5.37x multiplier to a 5.23x multiplier, but then we get the extra 15% damage from the Iron. So because I've used 2, 2, 2, this is like 30%, 30%, 30%, and then 10%, right? So it means that I'm going to get 3 of these buffs, and then for this one, I should get half of this buff as well. Let's see if this is actually going to work or if I'm just yapping, because I know this is quite a complicated start to the video. We've got a 74% chance of getting a straight sword, so it's either we get a straight sword or we get the gauntlets, which I wouldn't hate getting the gauntlets anyway. All right, here we go. I'm about to use my mythical ores. If I don't get this on the first try, I'm going to have to spend ages mining for more Darkite, because this is incredibly hard to get. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we're going to get. Please. No. What is this? No! How? What is this, dude? Oh, this video is going to take me 17 years to make. There's a 1 in 16 chance of getting the Chaos Blade. So what have I got here? Some sort of a dagger? What did I get? Dude, I got a dagger. It does 44.97 damage. Oh, that is so bad. But the attack speed is crazy, actually. I didn't realize daggers have the fastest attack speed. I was wrong. Dagger is the fastest with 0.35 seconds. I'm just taking another quick look at the list, and yeah, dagger is the fastest. It has an attack speed of 0.35, and the fastest dagger is actually a Gladius dagger. So unfortunately, I didn't get this. But bro, how unlucky did I get to get the dagger? Was that like a 5% chance of getting a dagger? What just happened? I just got absolutely cooked. I got completely cooked. Okay, I'm not going to frown about it for too long. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So because of the ores that I used, damage increase has gone to 14.04%. Then we also have explosion, cause an explosion at a location of victim, dealing 14.64 of weapon damage as AoE, and there's a 10% chance on hit of this happening. Unfortunately, we get minus 9% HP, and that's from the legendary ore. But it's worth it for the extra damage. So the damage that we're actually doing is 44.97 plus 14%. But we're going to get this even higher by, of course, using some essence. Okay, I'm getting super cooked. Are you kidding me? I'm getting mega cooked right now. I can't even get the 70% one. Watch this. Okay, we got it. 60%. We got it. 45. Oh, okay. I got it as far as I can because now I need a legendary essence for this last one. So I can't do it, unfortunately. So we've got plus 6. Now it does 58.46. And we now have 2 rune slots. Okay, perfect. Let's take it to the rune maker. So the first thing that I'm going to use is this blast chip. It's going to give me explosion 1. Cause an explosion at a location of victim, dealing 37% of weapon damage as AoE, 16% chance. So that just basically adds on to the one that I currently have, which is this one when we built the blade. And we get this. Increase attack speed by 17%. So it's now going to attack even quicker. Wait, what? It's only going to cost $238? That's so cheap. Wow. Okay, that's insane. All right, let me go ahead and find another one that I want to use on here. So I could increase weapon damage. I'm either going to go for weapon damage or I might even go for more speed. More speed would be crazy. I'm not going to lie. Oh, this one's good though. Increase damage by 14%. Oh, we could put this one on. We could do burn and attack speed of 14. You know what? Let me just throw this on. I can't bother to look through all of them. Okay, this one could actually still be a pretty good dagger in the end. So these are the final stats on my dagger. We've got 58.46 damage with 0.35 attack speed. Cause an explosion at a location of victim, dealing 51% of weapon damage as AoE, 16% chance on hit. That's crazy. Using blast chip is really, really good. I highly recommend you guys use it on your own weapons. Next up, we've got attack speed increase of 31%. All right, let's do the maths here. That basically brings my attack speed down to 0.2. What? I'm going to be attacking so fast. We, of course, get negative health, but that's whatever. Then we've got burn, deals 8% of weapon damage as fire per second for 1 second. 20% chance on hit. That one's not that crazy. But lethality is pretty good. Increased physical damage by 14%. So working that out, an extra 14% damage comes out to, where's my calculator? 66.66 damage. Yo, that is sick. Okay, 66 damage. That's okay. That's actually not that high if I'm being honest, but I'm hoping the attack speed makes up for it. Let's have a look. Oh wait, one other thing. Hold up. If we go to race and we swap over to demon, we now get an extra 20% attack speed and 20% physical damage. So that makes my overall damage 79.9. So 80 overall damage. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, so it looks like it takes 2 hits to kill one of these skeleton rogues. Oh, wait, that took 1 hit. So the attack speed should also now be, if my maths is correct, 0.16. Oh, yeah. Look how fast I can attack. Oh, okay, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Hold up. Let me in. All right, let's try it out on some of the best mobs in the game, which is over here in the volcanic depths. Oh, wait, I would say the gauntlets were actually better. Yeah, the gauntlets were better because the gauntlets were doing more damage. Oh, no, we're getting cooked. Yep, the gauntlets are definitely better. Even with all the stats applied, the gauntlets just work better. And I can prove it to you guys as well. And the thing is, I've also not optimized my gauntlets with attack speed and all that stuff like I did on this. Oh, wait, there is one other thing for attack speed as well. Dude, we're calculating so many things. But there's also this. I've currently got Weaponsmith equipped, which gives me an extra 12%. I'm not even going to calculate that in. Let's just say it's really, really fast, okay? But look at my gauntlets. My gauntlets are just goated right now. All right, well, since that went completely wrong, I need to get more Darkrite, which means mining a bunch more of these volcanic rocks. This video started with a lot of maths, and now it's just going to be a crazy grind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop a luck potion. Then I'll put down miner totem and the luck totem, and let's get mining. Now, I'm just going to skip over this part until I actually get to Darkrite, because this could take a really, really long time. Darkrite chance is a 1 in 6,000. Also, I should probably swap over to Angel again, because that gives me an extra 30% luck boost. There it is. I'm going to get grinding. I'll see you guys once I have the materials that we need in order to try Forge once again.
A little while later.
I'm back after a crazy long grind. So I've been down here in the volcanic depths, basically mining these volcanic rocks for a very, very, very long time. And after a super long time of doing this, I've ended up with 2 Darkrite once again. I got an extra 2 Demonites, and I got quite a few other things, as you can see here. We actually got a bunch of Firite, which is very good. So for the second time in the video, let's go ahead and try to forge once again to see if I can make the Chaos Blade. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go all the way down to the forge area. I'm just going to click forge up here because I've got the game pass. So let's chuck in 2 Darkrite. Let's go with 2 Demonite, and then I could go for Magmite or the Firite. Okay, I'm going to do 2 Magmite just for the multiplier, and then let's do the IR. Is this the combination that I did last time? I think it is. Anyway, you can see we now have a 74% chance of getting a straight sword. If that fails, we'll end up getting a gauntlet. And look at this. I can't believe on the last try we got a dagger. That was literally a 6% chance of getting a dagger. That's so crazy, dude. We got extremely unlucky last time. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're aiming for the Chaos Blade or the Rapier. Let's go. Wait, what's this? Oh, is this the falchion? I think this is the falchion. Okay, let's try to get perfect on everything to make sure it's masterwork 100%. Nice. That was perfect. Let's dunk it into the water and see what we're gonna get here. Okay, falchion. Mythic 80.57 damage with a 59-second attack speed. Hold up. I think this is now my best weapon. So the last one that we made literally had a tiny 44 damage and it had a really quick attack speed, but the damage was just way too low. Now, since then, I actually recorded a video with Bax quickly as well. It took us 30 minutes. And whilst recording with Bax, I ended up making this completely by accident in his video. I made these Relevator gauntlets. It's primarily IR and it does 78 base damage, but what we just made now does 80, right? Yeah, 80.57. Whoa, that's actually insane. And it's quicker than the Relevators, right? Yes, it is. This is 0.69 attack speed, whereas the falchion knife is 0.59. Dude, we've got to go upgrade that. All right, let's do it. All right, we should go to the enhancer first. I'm here to enhance. Oh, by the way, I did end up making a Chaos Blade, but this one's 100% made out of diamonds. So this is what we're trying to get, but out of Darkrite. That would be insane. Okay, let's see if we can max upgrade this super quickly. Oh, dude, I'm gonna run out of money, right? Yeah, I'm out of money. Okay, that's fine because I've got plenty of equipment that I can't sell. Okay, there we go. We sold for 19,000. Okay, we've got a 45% chance of upgrading it one more time. That's gonna give us an extra rune slot and more damage. Success. That's it. That's the furthest that I can take it because next up we need the legendary essence, and I don't think this is in the game yet. So now this is doing 104.74 damage. Is that better than my Relevator gloves? Oh no, these are doing 105.41. Okay, these do a little bit more just because I could upgrade it up to 7. Okay, in that case, I'm actually not going to move my runes just yet because that's going to cost a lot of money moving the runes around. But we can go test this knife out. So, of course, I could upgrade it further with runes. Let's just test it out how it is for now. At the moment, it looks like this. It's got this black VFX smoke around it because it's made out of darkrai. Kind of looks insane, dude. And mixed with the demon race, it's doing 100. Wait, how much is it doing? 109 damage, I think that said. Oh, wait, I don't even have the demon race on. Hold up. I've got angel on. Okay, let's now try it. But that did 130.29 damage. Whoa, this sword is actually kind of insane, dude. And look at the attack speed as well. It should be quicker than my gloves. Honestly, pretty good. This is the attack speed of my gloves that I've currently got on. Dude, these actually feel quicker, but keep in mind that I do have runes on this. I've got Flame Spark and I've got Blast Chip, but both of these give me attack speed increase of 31%. So if I had that on the Falchion Knife, dude, it would be insane. All right, I'm gonna get back into the mines. Let's get mining once again. I need more darkrai, dude. This video is gonna take me 10 million years to make. I just want to get the rapier or the chaos blade. That's gonna be my goal for the video. Chaos blade would be ideal, but the rapier would be pretty good as well. And I'm back. All right, guys, I have been grinding, and I really mean grinding. Right now, it's the 2x luck boost weekend. You can see I'm up to level 147. I swear when I started this video, I was less than level 100. I can't even remember at this point. And after grinding many hours, I literally only have 2 more darkrite, but I do have a bunch of demonite. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to craft 1 more chaos blade with the darkrite. If that doesn't work, we'll just move on to the demonite because this is taking way too long. I've been trying to make this video for like 6 days now. All right, so let's make our way down here and let me quickly research which ores I want to use in this again because I've completely forgotten. All right, now I remember. So we're going to use darkrite, and this is for the 6.3x multiplier, of course. Demonite also gives us a really good multiplier, but it also gives us a 20% chance to deal burn as weapon damage, so that's very good. Next up, I'm going to use magmite because it's a very good multiplier. I think it's a 5x multiplier, and on top of that, it's got an insane thing where it's a 30% chance on hit to do an AoE explosion. It's kind of like the blast chip. So these 3 are honestly the best ones you can use right now for weapons. And lastly, I'm going to throw in 1 IR. This again is for a good multiplier, but it increases weapon damage by 15%. So that's why I threw in the 1 IR. Now, because I only have 1, it should increase it by 7.5%, I believe. Anyway, let's take a look. So once again, we've got the 1 in 4 chance to get the rapier, or what we really want, a 1 in 16 chance to get the chaos blade. Hopefully, we don't get the gauntlets. Hopefully, we don't get the dagger. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, forge. Oh, no, we got the bad one. I don't even know what the name of this one is. Okay, wait. Let's get it up to masterwork 100%. Oh, wait. Is this a rapier? Wait, this actually could be the one that I wanted. Yes, we got it. All right, there it is. Look at this sword, dude. 80 base damage, 0.49 second attack speed. Oh my days, that took me so many days. Why do I keep saying days? That took me 6 days to make. Of course, the one that I really wanted in this video was the chaos blade, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, I can't do it anymore. I've been mining for so many days. I'm going insane. All right, so quick stat comparison. The current gloves that I use are the IOR gloves, and these are the relevators as well, so it's the better gauntlets. But look at the attack speed. It's 0.69, and the base damage is 78. Whereas this one is 80 base damage, and it's 0.49 attack speed. That's even faster than the normal gloves. The normal gloves have an attack speed of 0.51. So this is the fastest weapon you can get in the game, literally apart from daggers, but daggers do no damage. Oh my days, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, let's come to the enhancer. I'm so excited to use this. No way did we actually get it. Oh, I was so scared. By the way, look at this. I do actually have a chaos blade. It's just on the topaz. I was quickly crafting this to get rid of some ores. All right, let's go ahead and select our darkrite rapier. Okay, we can now start upgrading it. So of course, we're gonna do this. 100% chance. Now we've got a 70% chance to get it up to a 1.2x. Successful. 60% chance. Not successful. Oh, not successful again. Rip. Okay, come on. Yes. Now we're on to the 40% chance. So once we get this one, we'll go from rune slot 1 to rune slot 2, which we didn't get. Okay, I'm gonna keep spamming it until we do get it. It's not going well. I'm back to 100%. Insufficient materials for enhancement? Are you kidding me? What am I missing? Is it the large essence or is it the great essence? Let me have a look. So if we go to stash, oh dude, it's the large essence. I was gonna say, because I have so many of these now, because I've been killing an insane amount of mobs in the volcanic area, but I'm missing the large one. Okay, so So in that case, we have to go killing. All right, before we do that, what I'm actually going to do first is come over here and put a rune on it. Okay, let's select it. What could be a good one for this? Dude, whoa, wait. Okay, we need an attack speed one. Let me find one that increases our attack speed even more. I'm going to look for one that's somewhere around 14% or higher attack speed. Okay, this one is 13% and the 6% weapon damage. I think we can do better though. Dude, I have so many of these runes. It's actually ridiculous how many I have. Ideally, I want a blast chip. Wait, do I have a blast chip with attack speed? I might do on a different weapon. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got it on this one. Okay, blast chip attack speed 17%. That's a crazy one. And attack speed 14%. Okay, I'm going to remove both of them from this. Nice. Now let's go to my new sword. We'll put them on here. Oh, did I lose them now? I've got to find them again. Oh, I found it. Nice. Okay. Now let's take a look at the weapon stats. So increase attack speed by 17%. That's amazing. We'll calculate all of the weapon stats right at the end. Cause an explosion at location of victim, dealing 83% of weapon damage as AoE. 32% chance on hit. Yo! That's because of the blast chip mixed with the magmite ore. That's why you want to use the magmite ore, guys. It gives you that ability. That is going to be so crazy. It's basically like doing 2 hits in one, and it's AoE, so it will damage enemies around you, and it's a 1 in 3 chance to happen every time you hit a mob. Here we've got increased physical damage by 4% as well, so this is actually even stronger, and then negative health by 2%, whatever. So our current damage is 100, but let's have a look. If we go up here and hit a mob, what's our damage going to be? Also, how fast do I hit with these? I said these. It's a sword. I forgot I've got a sword now. Okay, it's really hard to see it in the dark. Let me see if I can equip lantern. Ooh! Dude, Darkrai weapons just look so demonic. It looks so evil. All right, let's see. How much damage are we going to do? So we did 108 damage. I saw it. 108 damage. But look how fast we can hit. Watch this. Oh my days, dude. It is so quick. Okay, I need to collect large essence. So I'm just going to run around down here for a little bit, collect a bunch of large essence, and then we'll go back upstairs and we'll try to get it all the way to max upgrade. Let's get it. Okay, I've been mob hunting like crazy. And take a look at this, guys. I don't really want to show you how much damage I'm doing just yet because we're about to upgrade it. So what I've done is I've got into my achievements and put this on attack speed boost. So we get an extra 16% attack speed. Of course, being the demon race, we get an extra 20%. Look how fast I hit. Watch this. Look how fast it is. This is by far the fastest weapon you can get that does the most amount of damage in this game. It's insane. Like, genuinely insane. We got so lucky getting this. It's the best stats possible you can get, and it's the fastest weapon. Okay. I need to head back outside. Let's try to use the large essence to get it to max level. So if we pop in here, we go to the enhancer. Yes, I'm here to enhance. Rapier. Okay, please. No! Okay, come on. Here we go. Yes! There we go. We got it to the max level. The next one is a legendary essence, which currently doesn't exist in the game as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. This is probably what bosses are going to drop in the future. So we've now unlocked an extra rune slot. So what I can do, I can increase the attack speed even more. Okay, let's go over here. Let me try to find one with really good attack speed again. Or I could do blast chip again, dude. Would that give me 100%? That could actually be worth it. If I had a blast chip with attack speed, that would be so perfect. Here's a good one. Increase attack speed by 16%. And then on top of that, we've got burn 1. Deals 5% of weapon damage as fire per second for 1 second, 25% chance. Okay, I really don't like flame spark. I think it's really bad, but I'm going to put this on for the attack speed. In the meantime, I'll keep trying to get more blast chips, which have this. Oh, this one's really strong. So if it was this mixed with attack speed, that would be insanely good for me. But for now, let's just do attack speed. Yo, it looks so good. Okay. Flame spark was the right move. Black and fire. That looks so nuts. Now, one last thing that I'm going to do before we go ahead and test this in the volcanic depths. Because this video is taking me 6 days to make, I'm going to take it all the way. I'm going to craft another 180 weapons just so that I can max out my attack speed up to 20%. And yes, I now have 172 hours in this game. Somebody stop me, I'm addicted. All right, what I'm going to do in order to speed this up, I'm literally going to use the minimum amount possible, which is 3 ores. So for example, I'm going to use 3 bonite, make some daggers. I'm going to keep doing this on repeat until I make 180 weapons. This is probably going to take me a few hours, so I'll see you guys once I've completed doing this.
Many hours later.
After an absolutely serious grind, dude, this took way longer than I thought it would. It took like 3 hours. But you can have a look in my achievements. It now says 499 out of 500 weapons forged. So all that we've got to do is forge one more. Let's do it. Let's take 3 rivalites. Let's get forging. And there we go. That's it. The last one done. So now I should have the extra attack speed. Achievements. Yes, done it. We've unlocked the extra 4% attack speed. So now I've got the max of 20%. So lastly, all that I've got to do is swap back over to the demon class. Let's do that. And now let's add up all of the stats, because the demon class, of course, does give me extra attack speed as well. And it does give me extra physical damage. Physical damage is easy to calculate. We just have to hit a mob. But attack speed, we're going to have to do some maths on. So let me quickly figure this out. Okay, so on the weapon itself, we've got a 0.49 attack speed. We know that already. Now with the runes applied, so these ones right here, we've got an increased attack speed of 33%. We gain an extra 20% from the attack speed boost in the achievements, so that's an extra 53% we're on now. And with the demon class, that's an extra 20%. So that gives us a total of 73% extra attack speed, which somebody please do the maths for me, because that brings this down to somewhere around 0.2 attack speed, meaning we should be able to do up to about 5 attacks in 1 second. So let's try to time this and see if that's true. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Yo, that is insane. What? All right, let's quickly compare that to my gloves. So these are my gloves just with their base and the demon class. Oh my days, it is so much slower. Also, one thing you'll notice about the gloves, watch this. It does 4 attacks and then resets. So it'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it resets. And then you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4. With this sword, the reason it's so insane as well, on top of everything else, it actually does 5 attacks. Okay, let's do it from the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can get 1 extra hit off before you reset. And maybe if we do a right click, I get 1 more. Let's have a look. I can do 6. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, right click, then 5, 6. Oh my days, we can get 6 hits off in about 1.5 seconds. Okay, this is gonna be insane. Why is this stuck on my screen though? Hold up. Also, by the way, I've just gone ahead and hidden my armor, so you can unlock this right here. Okay, there's my armor. All right, let's get down into the volcanic depths and see how OP this truly is. We've made it in. Here we've got a slime. Let's have a look at this. So I'm gonna do... Oh, wait. This dude's fighting. Is he gonna be okay? Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Okay, how much damage am I doing? I can't even see. Let me have a look here. Let's do 1 hit. 134 damage. Dude, this is so sick. So 134 damage times 5. So in 1 second, let's multiply that out. 134 times 5. In 1 second, that's 670 damage every second. Oh, look how fast that is. Look at this. Oh, he can't even swing his axe. Okay, let's try it on a Death Reaper. Let me try to find the Reaper. So the Reaper is, of course, the hardest mob in the game right now. Okay, let's try it on this one. Once he stops swinging around, let's go for it. I think he maybe got 1 hit off. Oh my days, this is by far the best weapon ever. I'm just super curious to see what the Chaos Blade would have done. I think the Chaos Blade, it definitely is slower. It's something like 0.59. We went over it earlier in the video, but it would have done more damage. Still though, I'm super happy with this blade though. This is insane. Let me just show you one more time on this Death Axe skeleton. It's so good. That's incredible. All right, well, there we go, guys. That is one of the best weapons you can get on the Forge. Try to get this for yourself. It took me a total of 6 days to get this. I even had to use this Luck Boost X2 over the weekend in order to be able to secure this. Seriously, though, it's absolutely worth it. Try it for yourself. Subscribe for more Forge videos. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one.